it begins again. Hello, everyone. I'm EnviroBoy. You can call me Scott. We're here to play some Stardew Valley. We're picking up where we left off last time. Last time we were obsessively making and organizing sprinklers, and this time we're prepared to get those sprinklers actually working on some seeds and stuff. First and foremost, we do need to plan our shipping bins and stuff, and let's check and make sure. We'll just keep ourselves a few regular grapes. We'll keep 5 of each thing that we, have, and call it good there. And that's a vegetable, eggplants. The innuendos are abound, and there's no avoiding them. You must contend with the fact that, this is a thing that is part of our culture for the rest of forever. The goofiness that comes with the appearance of eggplants. Got our wheats. We'll just keep the regulars. We'll sell the good, beautiful. Oh, we've got yams. We do need yams. Yams, and more yams we must keep for the sake of doing things with the community center. As everyone knows, it's a community center essential. The sweet potatoes of glory, the power health foods of everyone's delight as they grow obsessed with it more and more on Fit Talk, and the people desperately looking for any excuse to say that they're healthier than they probably actually are. And that's fine. I'm not saying that to be oh wait, no, we can let time travel as you. That was a mistake. I don't mean to mock those trying to improve their lives, mostly just the amusement of how culture works in cycles, and it becomes near impossible for anyone to know which does come first, the fad or the appearance on social media. Does social media drive the fads, or do the fads drive social media? We may never know, because they have become so inextricable from each other in all situations that all we can do is accept our fate as beings that will never be able to be ones of independent individual thoughts. We only just, it's just a matter of we have to go and accept that whatever is happening is the thing that will consume our lives. Just as I'm recording this, Jimothy has completely taken over my feeds of every social media imaginable. It's shocking and perhaps a little extreme, but that's all there is to it. We simply must accept, again, the realities of these things. Nope, it's not the seed. I wanted to look at the fruit and flower chest. We'll put one more blackberry there for the sake of the fruits, and then we can go into the shipping bin, and we can sell the rest of these things for lots of money. It's a great thing. And now we go to the store to buy the seeds of super glory. There's blackberries everywhere, man. We're overflowing with them to the point that I'm almost exhausted. Like, geez, man, give it a rest, you stupid bushes. You're going crazy right now. And I'm trying to walk to the store, and I can't because you got all this going. How much does that cost? It costs 10,000 gold. We might do it, although there's not really a point to do it because I've got all of the existence I need. We need wheat seeds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. We'll plant 16. 2 sprinklers of wheat we'll keep, and then we can start doing we've got 6 sunflower seeds. We can get 2 more for the sake of having a few things of sunflowers, and then we can look at some of these other ones and make ourselves some delicious, delightful things. I don't know if we have pumpkins, but we can. If we have 13 days, if there's 28 days, then that gives us enough time. We can still do pumpkins. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. 16 pumpkin plants. We'll have all kinds of pumpkins. They'll be growing out the wazoo. The hope is that they all conflagrate into one big pumpkin plant. And we can have like one of those crazy pumpkins that just absolutely overtakes the county fair, and everyone looks at it like, oh my god, what did you do to make that? Did you sell your child to Satan or something? The thing is the size of it's Cinderella's carriage, but without the magic, just with the pure unadulterated craziness that is a massive pumpkin. I could sit inside of it comfortably and start a fire like a weird Halloween themed igloo happening all around. It's wild and crazy, and we could do that now. Now we can do that. We make some fairy seeds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, and 16. We can do that. We'll start with those. We can always come back. We'll pause time, so that way we don't run out of time to come back to the store, but we'll go and plant all of these seeds. We have to go into our seed bin here. If we go into our seed chest, we can pull out those so we can just have one thing of the sunflowers going around. Tempting to make two and do stuff like that, but we can start with these. And it's not, wait, hold on, is this a day where we can find anything fun? Oh, it's Jody's birthday. Well, that's fun for Jody. Having a birthday, everyone loves a fantastic birthday. And when I say everyone, I mean people other than me. I don't much care for the attention that's forced upon me on the day which coincides with my birth at a historical time in human history. It's not. It's not my jam. Okay, whatever. Do that one. Fine. Face this way, Belinda. What are you doing? Well, it'll still do the weird thing, and we now never, ever again will we be able to have that sprinkler plot be looking filled in. It makes it all look awkward. Kitty, I can't. I need you. No, Kitty. It's just like real life, man. The cat's just all up in my grill all the time. These cats, man, these crazy cats. I don't understand. Oh shoot, but here's the problem now. So like we could do those ones, but now we've got the one missing one. Oh god, it's such a pain. What if we do that and we could just try and remember to water it? And now we'll probably have to water these pits of soil because the sprinklers are all like, well, I don't really much feel like one. You didn't have it in place when you first arrived, and now I'm not that interested in bothering. So, you know, that's your problem, Mr. or Mrs. Farming Lady, and your arrogance thinking that you could just rely on the sprinklers to do sprinkler things. It's not how this works, lady. It never has been, nor will it ever be. You must always be a slave to your farm. That's what you sign up for when you start a farm. The fact that you are accepting the burdens in order to receive the benefits of growing your own crap. It's, you know, that's a wonderful thing to grow stuff, but also it is your cross to bear that you have decided to make all of this extra work for yourself. And it's a crazy amount of work too, man. Have you ever worked on a farm? I spent a summer working on a farm one time. It was for my uncle. I was very bad at it. He knew it. He was nice enough to let me keep working. A good man who understood that I was merely a child looking to earn a few dollars, so he accepted me onto his farmlands. Wait, hold on. How many more squares do I have? I've got... Okay, Kitty has moved. Before he comes back, hurry, Belinda, get the thing. There we go. So we now have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6, but minus 1. So we can do 3 more crops with lots of stuff, with like the 16s, and it'll be great efficiency builders planting stuff. And we can have the most glorious farm this way. And eventually we'll get better and better at learning and understanding how to organize a farm and stuff. We're getting it going. Hello, Pierre. Hello. I need more crap from you. Thanks 4 days. Why not bok choy? After all, why shouldn't we bok choy it? We'll get just 15 of these. And that'll be the one that's like kind of weird and stuff. And the rest of these ones, the yams, honestly, the yams are a pretty sweet one. It's just, you know, it doesn't take a whole lot of time, and we can do that. And then we could do the cranberries and stuff like that, and continues to produce. We might as well, right? And we'll get more. We've already got some over there, but the side over on the other side, that's kind of our auxiliary one right now. And when it all dies off in the winter, we'll start to reorganize that. We've got 2 farm plots. It's a great thing. And we finally are getting to a point now, too, where we've got, like, the money to be able to do all this stuff. It's pretty sweet, man. Like, look at all these seeds we're buying. It's just going to keep multiplying. It's a wonderful thing. It's a wonderful cheat code when it comes to trying to profit off of the Earth's natural ability to do stuff. I mean, like, yes, the farming is lots of work, but also at the same time, we're essentially exploiting all of just the things that Earth is going to do regardless of our influence. It's going to grow stuff. That's what it does. That's how life persists, and depending on what weird ideologies and intense religious perspectives people have, some might argue that that's the only purpose of life, to reproduce and create little spawns that run around the planet, also abusing what it has in the weird circle of life that is somehow simultaneously a wonderful thing and just the most exploitative thing that's ever happened too. It's weird dichotomy that we all must exist in and contend with if we're going to make sense of the things that we can do in this life. How do we get up in here? Oh, I forget. Oh yeah, we can come up here, and this is Grandpa's shrine. Perhaps we offer... No, I guess we can't offer the blackberries. I was gonna offer it as a sign of respect for my elders. No, don't... Yeah, just collect more. Belinda will collect more. Kitty is among the seeds. The kitty has decided that it is time to become plant, as all cats are wont to do at some point in their lives. When the time is ripe and right for them to do so, the cat will return to the earth as nothing more than a plant in need of watering and food. Plant food in the form of, like, you know, just like fun, whimsical nutrients of like fertilizers mixed together of things like bat guano and, I don't know, probably some sort of worm guts or something. Hard to know. But after all, they say that worms are good for, you know, getting fertilizing soil and getting things tilled and functional and all of that. And so here's our beautiful, beautiful plots of gardening and stuff. And in the future, perhaps we'll think about just doing rows and rows of stuff. We can do north-south and just like have small things. We can make the wheat in this end or something. Figure that out. But of course, we'll eventually have ourselves more complicated sprinkler systems. And while it's true that we could probably fit a lot more stuff in here growing here, we're going to let this one kind of just go by the wayside because we're halfway through fall right now and we've got the other plot going, and so we'll just let that go. Belinda decides that this is the best way for things to be. After all, one mustn't get too greedy when trying to create a life, you know, because as one knows that if you get too greedy, one of two things will happen. One, you may find yourself at odds with the wealthy, who are the haves, who would prefer that you remain a have-not, or you'll find yourself the one of the ones with all of the good stuff, and then you have become the one that would like to see everyone else suffer. And so no matter what happens, it's really just kind of a sad, depressing end of, you know, if you get too greedy, then you're just kind of stuck in the endless cycle of trying to appease your own greed and make it worth anything at all. And it's not a sustainable thing. Growth cannot go on forever. As we learned from the life cycle of the mighty crocodile, growth cannot go unchecked. It cannot go on forever, for if it does, it shall surely starve itself, as it struggles to even just have enough hours to eat. Even if you just line up a billion different fishes and lizards and small, like, children or whatever it is a crocodile eats, you just line them all up, and it still eventually is just Like, you could line it all up in just one big constant. He just like swims through it like a filter feeder almost, but you just can't do it, and his digestive system can't keep up with what it needs, and you just see it slowly dying as the giant, the king that is that seems like it would never fail, it would never lose, but then it one day does, as again, fate, the ultimate winner is the ultimate winner of nature is nature itself. When the laws of nature come for you and leave you wanting for more opportunities to live, you must accept your death as the inevitable thing that it is. What do we do with it? One asked themselves. We must sell it. Although, if we have foraging, perhaps no. Maybe. So the question becomes, with our foraging, do we keep the silver ones? I propose we don't. I propose we sell the things of stars and beauty and the like, because the fact is you can get a lot of money for that, and that's a good thing, is getting money. We all like money. The quintessential, essential thing. And that's how we build our farm, after all, and we've just seen the benefits of it. I am going to need a lot of coal here. We go down to floor 100 and see what we can find as we continue on down further. What next, one might be tempted to ask, and the answer seems clear as we find ourselves facing the masked phantom of hatred and devilry, and defeat him easily, for he is nothing but a lowly, pathetic chimp who wishes that he could fight even with a semblance of the aplomb that we can have. As we find our fire quartzes, continue down to the depths, presumably eventually finding the very mantle of the earth. Oh, we already have our thing. Wasting energy. Might as well go down. We find the underground plants. One must ask themselves, how the crap is a plant growing down here? What, do they have to photosynthesize or not? This doesn't make any sense, man. It's all chaotic. It's a weird, bizarro situation that no one else can understand. No one can understand. Oh god, a red bat. What's going on with that thing? How did it have 4 wings? How does one bat have 4 wings? Belinda asks herself as she sits here making sense of the weird depths that she's found. Perhaps it's a cave to some Narnia-esque, nonsensical, whimsical land. Maybe when she goes down, she'll find a weird child abductor that can be forgiven as long as he's not the one feeding kids candy. It's a presidential approach to things. You can do anything you want to abuse a child so long as you don't give them candy. That's what the lesson that can be learned from modern day leadership and decisions from said leaderships. And it's if that seems too political, then it's a weird thing for you to be not in favor of, you know, the whole like we should capture bad people and tell them to stop being bad instead of giving them positions of power. It's an abuse of power as much as it's an abuse of children. But alack and alas, we deviate from such discussions of political importance simply because the act of discussing these things while also using kind of a funny voice and just being kind of a goober about it perhaps undercuts the importance of these things. After all, these are real lives that are really impacted by these situations. We wouldn't want to imply that we're making light of them. And just, you know, sometimes the thing of it is that doing silly voices when discussing complex issues is a way to make them more approachable. Much in the way that stand-up comedians are often the ones pushing boundaries in terms of, you know, what is and isn't socially acceptable, and, you know, the commentary that we discuss about things. If you're someone who's inclined to say, well, I don't like when comedians get all political, then I would suggest that you're probably someone who also thinks that George Carlin was brilliant, and so you should really think to yourself, what am I saying when I say that? Am I being disingenuous because I don't like the new version of progressive, and the most progressive I can handle is progressive from 20 years ago? Because in that situation, you must ask yourself, what is progress if not the progressive ideas of the past? is what the present is. Belinda understands this. That's why she continues to forge ahead, even as she just blindly goes deeper and deeper into the caves that she doesn't know what she's gonna find. She might die down here. It's impossible to know, except unless you go down, and that's why she braves these depths. She's not afraid to approach things that seem otherwise unapproachable. We eat the field snacks before the bat returns. The bat will be startled to see just how effectively... Why am I frozen? What's happening? Oh God. The game froze. Oh God. Oh God, okay, we're back. That was startling. I was a little worried that we lost everything that we did. We spent so much time organizing for the farm. If Belinda had lost it, oh man, she would have wigged out. If she found herself frozen at the hands of some weird god who seems to control her every motion without much consideration for her. After all, how could we? She is but an ant to the hand of God that is my hand on the mouse, controlling her. She is but an ant. Thoughts so unfathomably stupid and simple that I can't even hear them. We're speaking past each other like Ender and the Buggers, unable to communicate and assuming stupidity from each other for it. The energy is gone again. Already gone. It's all gone. And so much of it is gone. Oh my God. It's okay though. We have our vegetable and forage chest. We can take a couple of those and we can, I don't know, put those with the... That's a resource. Is there any of this that's a forage? We can put the sap in there. The sap will go in and we can just consume our mushrooms of delight. Yeah, we'll eat the purple mushroom. We'll eat another one too. Because the world can't stop Belinda. It can only recognize the power that is hers. And we go ahead and put everything back in as much... No, not in the shipping bin. We want the seed chest. We got some seeds. Got a resource chest. We got lots of resources. Monster chest. Lots of monster stuff. Lots of Monster Mash Bizarro stuff. One of the miscellaneous. You can put a couple allergies in. Why not? Perhaps they'll be beneficial at some things in the furnace chest to make ourselves another thing of gold. And we have our geodes that we save for later. And now we continue to break the rocks and hope that, God, for once we can just find a staircase. Why does it do this sometimes? Where it suddenly decides that there's no staircases to be found. We must continue exploring the weird abandoned depths of this part of everything and until fate decides that we can leave. Of course, we could always leave. We could bring ourselves up the staircase from which we came, but who wants to abandon this progress? And there we find our way down. And there's an existing way down, so we simply explore, find the most valuable crap that we can find, and then we'll continue down. Perhaps this time by speaking it aloud, I'll actually remember it. After all, that is the process of learning. Taking information and distilling it enough so that you can repeat it. Like they say when trying to get all, all Freudian about it, or whatever learned people talk about learned people, and that you have to teach something to really properly learn it, and that's fine and all, and, you can say such platitudinal things, and probably is fine, but also, like, it's real easy for some to say, wow, look at that, we already have so much. Well, let's put these in the furnace chest then. Might as well start storing those up to see if, like, the rocks can make stuff. I think wait, hold on, I'm gonna check here. If we go into here, what's the process for making it? Cells 2 owned, needed for, apparently nothing. Combustible rock that is useful for crafting and smelting. Okay, well, what about if we look at this? Cells 2 needed for not coal, so apparently that's not the thing that we want. But if we go to maybe our resource chest and put that in there, what about clay? What does clay do for us? Clay, constructions of a silo, and that's all. Okay, so none of these things are of any use to me. So we roll our eyes and say to ourselves, what gives, man? I'm trying so hard. You gotta give me something every now and then. Except it doesn't matter because it's all just stuff that we do already have. No big deal. Find coal. There's plenty of coal to be had if we go to other floors. if I stop being stubborn and insisting on going deeper and deeper to, you know, depths unknown and really depths that no one asked us to go to. This is our own planned excursion. There's no reason to be down here other than for our own curiosity and perhaps a little bit of our own ego, assuming that the glory of discovering what might be at the bottom of the earth, the center of the earth, is ours and ours alone to find. We could leave this job to others, but Belinda knows as well as anyone else that if you want a job done right, you gotta just do it yourself. And it's not because no one else is capable of doing that job, but it's because you are only able to be in control of yourself. You cannot control what others do, nor can you know and figure out whether or not they can keep secrets or anything too. It might be the most trustworthy person in the world that you've ever met, but you still can't control them. And so you have to kind of keep that in mind when you're dealing with stuff, because, like, you know, you just never know. We have the mineral. Perhaps we can put that in the miscellaneous chest. Oh wait, no, we had those in the resource chest for a while. Yeah, we've been putting mineral. Again, maybe we save some minerals, or maybe we sell them. It's impossible to know. What's the ruby good for? Not much at all. So we ship it. We ship it like a high schooler shipping the two favorite book characters in questionable ways, because anyone who's actually paying attention to the book recognizes that, you know, the character the way the characters are designed makes it kind of a little bit awkward for them to be in any sort of romantic entanglement, whereas the kid doesn't much care about that. The kid just cares about the fact that they like the two characters and, you know, wish that they would get together or something based on some weird, confused, childlike perspective of what love and romance are. Now Belinda is prepared to exit. We've collected up so much crap here, and we can already come in here. And the fun thing too here is if we go into here, we can recognize that we have our resource chest. We can put all that in there. If we go to our monster chest, we can put all those things in there. And if we come down into go into our resource chest, we can actually find, reorganize. We have, yes, it's true, dear friends, we have another sprinkler. Huzzah and huzzah again. Our main goal for this continues to, our cup overfloweth a crazy amount as we continue to gain all of the things we hoped to gain, but never dared to dream that we might be gifted with. It is a glorious day, a glorious fall for Belinda, as her farm finally finds its stride, making buco bucks that can be spent on crazy things like more seeds for more money and maybe an extra big backpack if she decides to one day. It is glory in much the way that Belinda herself is glory. And why shouldn't it be? Why shouldn't her farm be a reflection of exactly who she is as someone of success, means, and awesome abilities? It is who she is. It's who she ever shall be. And it's who we can be all like, wow, we had fun here, didn't we? About. Grab this, water these. They didn't get watered for some reason. Probably because I wasn't paying close attention and got distracted. We have that. We have another sprinkler. And we can put the sprinkler here for future planning, and it'll be great. It'll be so great. Once we can do all of these things, it'll be great. It'll be glorious. And it will be Belinda. It will be Butt Soup Farms. Did we do our chicken steak? Whoa! Oh, God! It's happening already. They've exploded into full-size chickens. Samantha's trying to sleep. She's on her egg. Harvest the egg. No. Move her. Pick her up. Grab the egg, man. There we go. This is incredible. It's a beautiful thing. We can take our... No, I'm not trying to talk to Frida. I'm trying to take... Oh, shoot. I didn't mean to take that much. We could feed them. We forgot to do that today. Oh my God, it's incredible how big they got. It's like one day they were babies and now they're huge and giving us eggs. This is incredible. We could just eat the raw eggs. Do we have quests that need eggs? Pam is thirsty. Maybe she's thirsty for eggs. She wanted a cauliflower. Mayor wants the shorts. I don't... Doesn't matter. Cow's Delight, Blackberry Basket. We've got the eggs. Regular brown and regular white eggs, virtually the same, but also immensely wonderful and different. And go in here. What do they sell for? What's the wait? Hold on. How much is an egg worth? 50 gold. $50 for an egg. We thought it was bad in modern times, man. Okay, we're just without anywhere else to keep them. We'll put the fish. Make this like a fish and animal chest. Hold on. Let me rename this. Can we rename this one? Name it fish. Fish / animal chest. Mole chest. Okay, well then I guess it's just fish / animal. Because we're limited in the size, and that's fine. It doesn't really matter, but we can still have that happen. Huzzah and huzzah again. And the next time we approach doing stuff in this game, we can go and observe our beautiful geodes and figure out what's in there. Oh, it's a good day. It's a good day on Buttsuit Farms. It's a wonderful thing. You love to see it. And it's a wonderful day when we return home and go to sleep and watch the fruits of our labor in the form of so much money coming in. Oh my God, that's so much money. You just earned like $5,000 in one day. It's incredible. Okay, and so there we can call it a day in an episode, and we can say thank you for joining us. We love and appreciate every single one of you. Uh, when having chickens, man, look forward to the eggs. So good. Talk about organic, right? Like most of us, even if we wanted to try and do the full factory farming thing, we wouldn't have the means to. I mean, my last name isn't Monsanto, and I don't know if yours is. So, like eggs are great. And have some chickens with eggs. Chickens are hilarious in their own right, too. That's your advice. We love you, and we'll see you next time. Bye-bye now, and bye-bye. And bye-bye again. And bye-bye. Still goodbye. We go on saying goodbye. As we do. The next day begins, and you will see the next day, the next episode. What we do. What we do forever and ever. Until such a time comes when I don't have the time or energy to keep doing. So that's the beauty of life.